All right, guys, thanks for hopping on. Welcome, Stevie. I'm really excited about tonight. I really want to make this a little different. It's not going to be as much of like instructions as it is going to be getting back to the basics of really, understanding how important goals are. But before we can set goals, we have to have a vision for why we even want those goals in the first place. And I'm talking like, maybe it's something as simple as like hitting Success Club or inviting every day for 7 days straight, or, being a 5-star diamond or a 2-star diamond or reaching diamond or reaching your first rank as a coach. No matter what it is, no matter the goal, there has to be some type of emotion attached to it and some type of reason. Otherwise, it's just going to be that thing that we hope we achieve and that we're just, maybe I'll get there. Maybe I'll do it. I would really like to, So kind of like that's what this is more so going to be about. But before we talk about that, we have to have a reason for why we're pushing for those goals. And I know Sierra got to catch this. The playback of Misfit Legion that call was really special because, and I'm reading the same book that Natalie's reading right now. And it really helps you develop like why you're really here. And I think I've shared this with you guys before, but like genuinely my why for way too long was that I wanted to help people, because I really do genuinely want to help people. Like that's honestly why I am here. But I have to have a reason to make me show up, to be my best person, to like be the best person I could be to help those people, because it's going to get hard. And then you're just going to be upset if you're not doing everything that you can to really fulfill what you want out of this business. So that's where the importance of that why comes in. So I'm going to get vulnerable and read you guys my why. I want to read it to you. And I want you to understand, like, I'm getting like, I'm sweating. This is genuinely how serious something like this has to be. Like Sierra even told me, she was like, I was getting like super emotional. I've never actually like really like thought about it that way, because it's got to be more than what we see on the surface. It's got to be so much more than that. And that's why it's hard, because we got to peel those layers away from ourselves. But something that was said today in one of my trainings, it was really, really, really special. He said, this business isn't about anything except becoming your most beautiful self inside and out, and learning how to express that every single day and sharing that with the world. Because once we do that, we're literally just spreading with everyone in this universe how to become their best selves. So we have to figure out first, like, how do we get to be and grow and grow into our best selves? All right. So the first question, and you guys, if you didn't catch Misfit's call, go ahead and take notes on this. I kind of combined mine. What is your why and why is it important to you? You can do them separately, but mine kind of just flowed together. So I'm just going to read exactly what I typed out. So sorry if it sounds kind of funny, because I get a little theatrical with my words. Okay, damn. So this is something I've thought so much more about just in the last week, because my life has truly changed so much by taking this leap and going all in with this business. It's giving me a new sense of dreaming. For the longest time, getting out of bartending was my why, but also I relied far too much on wanting to help others, and the burden of not giving people the best me I could was causing me to doubt myself constantly and never feel good enough. So I had to switch some gears and figure out what it was that would make me show up for those people and be my best me to give this gift like I so desperately wanted. And it all changed very recently. Family, freedom, love, expenses, and fulfillment. Life got super real, yet super exciting, because I knew that this year would be one of the hardest, but one of the best, because I could feel I was on my way. I fell in love, but I also learned how miserable I really was as a bartender, because there weren't tons of external things around me anymore to make up for the agony that I was feeling. I hated that I was held back from seeing my family when I wanted and needed to, and I was tired of feeling empty at the end of the day. Not excited for anything, putting pressure on my relationship, feeling like I wasn't myself, feeling anxiety every single day before work, not even laughing, just feeling like a ball of tears, which I was. So I guess what I'm trying to say is my why has everything to do with me being the best me for Darren, for my family, and being present in the future for my kids, but also being someone they are proud of and look up to. It has everything to do with never returning to a job where I don't call the shots. I'm a week out, and I don't know how I was ever living that way now that I've seen this light. I don't want to feel overwhelmed and procrastinate money and bills and fear nice things. I don't need to swim in dough, but I don't want to feel like the sky is falling if something big ever happens or if there's something big I want to do. I don't need lavish things, which I've learned through this move as well, but what I do need is the money to go and do. I never want to feel held back from living because of a price tag. I feel like myself again, my relationship feels stronger, and that drives me every single day. I never want to go back to the girl who is sitting in her living room alone, crying and full of disappointment because she didn't do what she had to do and take responsibility of her life to get where she wanted to go. No more all talk and no action. I want to prove to myself that I can do this, that I can create this dream life I've dreamed of forever, and I can help others do the same. At the end of the day, every day, if I'm still believing in myself and what I'm doing here and the lives I'm changing, I know I'll be okay. I know I'll have won. I want to be an inspiration, but I most of all want to be respected, to teach others that they can take themselves to wherever they want to go if they're willing to dream it and then do whatever they have to do to make it a reality. That's how I want to be remembered. So the next question you will ask yourself, and this was even harder to think about, is if I don't achieve this, what pain would you feel? If you don't achieve the things that you want, if you don't, be who you want to be and be what you are in this business, what are you going to feel? Okay, so I will be so disappointed in myself. And I say that on purpose. Sure, I'll be mad, but most of all, I'll be disappointed because I know I'm more than capable. I've spent so much of my life believing that I'm special and I can do great things, so not fulfilling that destiny will be my greatest disappointment. I will not settle, and I will not give up and return to a job that I know I don't need and a job I know will make me miserable. The pain of that will be too hard to bear. I'm not sure I'd ever recover, which would be so sad, because if you know me, you know that person is not who I'm meant to be, nor anyone I would want to be around. And then even tougher question, look ahead 5 years, and if you don't achieve this, where will you be? I'd be in some kind of job that I'm probably trying to convince myself I'm okay with to make it a little less painful. I'd probably be resenting Darren because I don't have the freedoms to see my family when I can, and literally the thought of that makes me sick to my stomach because, again, it's all in my control. I'd have a negative self-image because I'd be so enthralled with who I was on the outside or on the inside that I'd probably crap on who I was on the outside, no matter my size. I'd probably have kids by now, but I wouldn't be home with them, and I know they wouldn't be witnessing as loving as a relationship as they could growing up because I wouldn't be the happiest I could be. All I want for my family is to be present and beaming with love, and that has to start with me. I want my kids to know me as someone who makes them laugh and brings them joy and not someone they have to worry about or hurt for. So, sorry, that's kind of deep, right? But it has to be. Writing that, even right now, it literally makes me, I'm like sweating. I was crying my eyes out when I was writing that because it gives you such a perspective on what you really want your life to look like. And it kind of helps you drop the crap, the excuses and the reasons why I can't do this and I can't do this. Well, if I don't do this, I'm going to be disappointed in myself. I'm going to be raising my kids in a relationship that's not its best. I'm not going to be there for them. I'm not going to be the happiest that I could truly be. And to me, that is a shame. So we have to figure out that big picture. And it might seem like you can't really see that, but you have to really think the sky there's no limit. There's no limit with this. And yeah, I didn't get here overnight. I did not get out of a job overnight, but I had that big picture from day one. So in order to have goals and to set goals and to know where you're going, you have to have that driving force every single day that's going to make you show up. And I don't mean show up in the easy way. I'm on my social media, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. We have to want to push ourselves a little bit more every day. Because yeah, we all start there. I'm not saying don't show up and do the vital behaviors and be consistent and do things like that. But maybe the next day, try something different. The next day, step out of your shell a little bit more. The next day, invite a couple more people. putting yourself in those positions to continue to grow and not consistently stay stagnant, because that's totally going to drive you crazy. So that's how important your why has to be. And I know like everyone says a lot, like your why has to make you cry. And everyone a lot of times tries to make their why about other people. And as much as that why was about my family and about, you know, my boyfriend and my everything else surrounding me, all those things make up my life. It has to do with you first. Because, and it can't have to do anything, like your why can't just be about your coaches that you want to help, and be about the challengers that you want to help and all the lives that you're here to change. Because you won't change those lives unless you figure out something that is going to make you show up for those people every single day. And I think that was the hardest thing for me to like click in my brain. And the same thing goes for your goals. You can't make your goals like, you can't think you're selfish for setting big, scary, exciting goals in something like this. Because if I wouldn't have looked at my business this year and said how important pushing for 5-star elite means to me, then I would not have switched gears and worked on my leadership and showed up like I've shown up and pushed like I've pushed and helped people get it started in this business and change the lives that I've changed, because I didn't have that thing in front of me that I was pushing for. That means that I have to help 5 people create diamond businesses and help 5 people change their lives in an immense way. And I don't see anything wrong with that, right? So like no goal in this is selfish. It starts with us, but we have to give everything that we have to honestly like get to where we want to be. When we make our businesses about the lives that we can change, that's when things start to change, and that's when we start to grow. And Keith Callahan, again, in our training said something really cool. He was like, we're so worried about people saying no, our feelings getting hurt, our egos and our pride and this and that we're seriously not telling people about this. As changed as our lives are, we're so worried about what people are going to think and what they're going to say about us that we are held back. And I can tell you that this business has probably changed or saved 50,000 lives, hundreds of thousands of lives. I'm talking saved lives. Like not help them live a healthier life, saved lives. It saved mine in many ways. So we have to get unselfish about that and really start putting our fears aside and putting our egos aside and say, like, who can I give this gift to today? And you're going to feel so much more joy when you set out to send an invite and it has that feeling behind it than, oh, I need to send my 5 invites today. So, sorry. All right. We have to break goals down, right? So like, for example, that why has to come into play because you got to see where you're going. What is my big long-term vision in this? I want to personally, as far as like a business goal goes, my big, scary, hairy, frightening goal is to help 10 people create life-changing, life-altering businesses and see this through with their full potential. So that might not seem like a lot, but that's 10 people who are going to go all in, who are lifers, who are creating a lasting change and creating a lasting difference by the organizations that they're creating. So how do I break that down? So if you're pushing for something like diamond or emerald, or, a certain income, you have to break down the work ethic that's going to go into that. And at some point in our businesses, there has to come a point where drinking my Shakeology and pushing for Success Club are no longer like big goals. That's just what we should be doing because we're showing up every day. We should already be drinking Shakeology and doing our workouts and posting on social media and inviting. And Success Club leads to other goals. It leads to bigger goals. So how do you set that goal? So for a long time, I fell into this really bad trap of being like, I want to be 5-star in like 5 months. And like, guys, that's just really not realistic. Like it is, but it isn't. I'm not saying don't dream big, but set smart goals. Be smart about it, because you don't want to just wind up, worn out, completely depleted. You have no joy because you're not realistically achieving anything by throwing your sights on that. Now, if you want to say, I want to be 5-star in 6, 7, 8 a year, that is 100% attainable. I want to be diamond in a month. That is attainable. No matter where you are in this business, that is so attainable. And the reason is because you can break. What does diamond mean? It means I help 2 people start a business. Stevie's new. What's up, Stevie? She just came into this thing, right? And what are we teaching Stevie? We're teaching her to do exactly what we do every single day. Post about her workouts. Continue on her own fitness journey. Stay excited. That's how simple that concept is, right? But we might think diamond, okay, I need to find 2 emeralds and I need to have this many discount coaches. And we look at things like so big, and we don't break them down for what they really are. Same thing with like, if your goal is Success Club, if you break down wanting to hit Success Club every month, if you break down talking to 5 new people a day, adding 5 new people a day, and inviting 5 new people a day, you will hit Success Club. It is definitely going to happen. So when you hit that goal, when you set that goal, you got to break it down. But you can't set a goal and say, I hope I get it. I would really like to. It'd be really great. Sorry, Sarah, I don't mean to like call you out. Like, you can't have that mentality of like, I hope I hit it. It has to be like, I'm going to do this no matter what it takes. And even if you're not exactly where you want to be, you are going to become so much stronger on the path to get there. When I wrote on my door that I was going to quit my job on February, or I was going to put my 2 weeks in on my birthday, I hung that piece of paper on my door 5 months prior. I was so scared. I was so scared. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do what it takes, because I would rather quit my job and still be scared to death than literally not set that goal and not go for it. And I spent a lot of time in this business, like a year, just kind of like taking each month and like going through the motions, and kind of like I was growing, but I wasn't really like pushing for anything. I didn't really have like set goals. I set a goal for diamond, and guess what? I achieved it. That's like the only goal that I can honestly say same thing with Success Club All-Star. That was a huge goal of mine. I wanted to be able to say that I helped 3 people plus a month, every single month for 12 months. And soon I'll be a Success Club legend. 24 months. Like, what does that mean to you? What does diamond mean to you? What does helping 2 people create a business mean? Your goal has to have like a reason behind it. So if you're wanting to, do this business full time, if you want to earn an extra $200 a month, if whatever it is that you want, there's a goal to attach to it. So for me, like, so much of this business was like, I just really want to help people see the freedom I felt. I really want to help them see this transformation that I felt on the inside out. How can I help somebody do that? I can help somebody create a business just like I created. Help somebody become the confident leader and person that I've had to try to become and grow into and continue to work on through creating my own business and creating leaders. That's why I set that goal to be 5-star elite, a diamond team, a 5-star elite team. Because I knew if I could wake up on January 1st, 2018, and we were an elite team, that we all did everything that we could to live out our full potentials. So that's why that goal exists. So that's why they're also so important. Because if we're just going through the motions, we'll never get there. You will be on a hamster wheel and you will be exhausted. And I don't want that. Exactly. It's not about me getting there. It's about this team getting there. That's what this means to me. Is like, and those are the kind of goals that you guys can set. What would 2-star mean to you going to leadership conference? Think about the way that this business has changed your life for a second. Like, truly, like, take a second. Like, just think about it. Like, no matter where you are in this business, how has it changed your life? How cool would it be to say that you helped somebody else do that? So freaking cool. So freaking cool. That's what we can do. But we have to get over the fear. We have to get over, I don't know if I can. We've got to get over, I would like to, and maybe, and we'll see. And I'm not sure if I could, but there has to be a sense of I will. Somehow, some way, I will. That is that change in mindset that goes with a goal. So whatever it is that's like on the forefront of your mind that you would really want to achieve for yourself and for somebody else, because as selfish as or as unselfish as these goals are, there's nothing wrong with saying, I would feel amazing if I set that and I reached it. Because you have to have that kind of fire to be able to help somebody see that same kind of fire within themselves. Lead from the front. If you're trying to help somebody create a business, you've got to take your business seriously. Be a leader. If you want, whatever you want out of this, you have to take it seriously and respect it. Because that was another thing I did not do for a long time. I got way too caught up in the fairy tales and the fairy dust and the shiny cool stuff and just how fun this was. And I was working my business. I was absolutely working my business, but I was not working my business to help other people grow businesses, to help myself grow a life-changing business, to really see the full potential in something like this. So, like I said, this really wasn't about the logistics, because when you set a goal, then you start to look at the small things that have to happen to do that. But that goal first has to come with a vision. And then after the vision comes that goal. And then after that goal comes those monthly actions. And then the monthly turns into weekly actions. And then weekly turns into daily action. So if you're trying, and I keep going back to this because I know this is like so much of where our team is at. If you're trying to achieve diamond, talking about coaching every single day has to be something that you do. Pushing every month to bring on 2 new coaches has to be something you do. And I get it, guys. Like, once you set a goal, that means you could potentially not reach it. That's the whole scary part. That's why people don't make it. That's why people don't make it, because they're not mentally strong enough to say, I'm going to push on anyway. Because wouldn't you rather climb the mountain and miss the sunset than just stay at the bottom and not get to see any of the sights that you get to see along the climb? Who cares if you miss the sunset once you make it to the top of the mountain? Think of everything that you saw on your way there. Think of all the obstacles that you achieved and crushed on your way to the top. Because guess what? If you can appreciate the journey to that goal and to that vision, and you can be grateful for that every single day, no matter the end result, you will feel fulfilled. But you will not feel fulfilled if you never go after it. if you never push, and you're just going to feel disappointed. And I specifically wrote that about myself in my document because that's really important for me to, I've read this so far every single day, and it's important for me to read that every single day, that I would be disappointed in myself if I didn't continue to push on and push to make this happen and push to make this happen for other people, because I know I'm capable of that. So that's really all I got. Thanks for listening. Oh, one more thing. A lot of this, like I said, like with goals, a lot of it comes down to like your intention. So it kind of seems like exhausting to like be like, oh my God, I have to wake up every single day and think about that. Like that's a lot. But guess what? It's how things change. Like if you wake up every day and you're like January was like exhausting for me, just being honest. Because I was like, all right, I'm in this new year. I have these new goals. I'm so excited. I literally thought about it every single day. And I was like, you know what? I put in more hours. I definitely put in more hours, but I don't think that's why I feel like so tired. But I ended that month and I was like, I'm so excited. I didn't end that month drained. I ended that month pumped. I ended it like, I'm ready to take on another month and I'm ready to go after this. And that's exactly how I felt after February. Because every single day I woke up and I was like, I got to make this happen. I got to do this. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm working toward. And I thought about it every single day. And it didn't make me, drained. It made me excited that I saw where I was going and I knew I could get there. Like see the light. So, and the last thing that I'll end with is like, I get that it's really hard to not get pulled in like a bajillion directions. And I'll be honest with you guys, like, I want this so badly for all of you. So like, I'm not going to like hold back. Like I would be doing you a disservice and you would be doing your coaches a disservice if you weren't honest. And same thing in your conversations with customers and challengers. Like this girl said to me the other day, she's like, I'm just really not sure if I can afford this. Things like this never really work for me. And I was like, so things like this never really work for you or you can't afford it. And like, that's kind of like blunt, but it was like, it made her think. Because really the reason she didn't want to do this is because she thinks that nothing else is going to work for her. And I needed to remind her that she was wrong. Like that's how strongly I believe in these products and I believe in this business. And that's how strongly I believe in you guys. So when you come to me and you're like, I want to be diamond in 4 months, I'm like, no way. Heck no. Because you got to know that you can do big things if you believe that you can. It literally can happen. And when it does, you're going to feel like you never want to stop. That you want to help a bajillion people feel that way. So get disciplined about the important stuff. Talking to people every single day. Finding a way to get consistent in your own journey and growing yourself every single day. There's really no like secret sauce of how to bring on coaches or, like how to bring on customers and hit these big numbers. The only secret is just talk to a lot of people. Like talk to a lot of people. And don't prejudge people that you think that they wouldn't be interested. Like you have no idea what somebody's going through. Sierra told us something about her story today that I didn't know. That probably a lot of people didn't know, that was her true purpose behind coaching, like what she really believes and gets out of this. Who knows how many more people are out there that need this outlet, that need this escape, that need this extra $200 a month. Like $100 to someone, a couple challenge packs, Success Club to someone could mean the world. Like we don't know that. We have to ask. And we have to get over like, oh, I don't know if they'd be interested. I'm afraid. Like, I don't know if I can lead them. Like, we have to put that aside because it's more important for us to try to help these people change their lives. And for all we know, we could be saving lives. So when it comes to like the discipline, when you have that time, put it toward a business building activity, conversations, crafting your stories better and really like expressing and reflecting, conversations, inviting. If we're constantly just sitting around waiting on people to come to us, we're honestly never going to find the people that we're truly meant to work with anyway. So don't worry about all the extra stuff. You'll have time to do that. Focus on what is going to build your business and get you to the goals that you want to reach. Within yourself, growing yourself as a person and growing your business and growing your life. Because really, guys, the secret is it's not about any actions or specific little like, what's the secret sauce I hear all the time in this business. The secret is really in who you're working to become every single day. And that's really it. Figuring out that person and then sharing it all the time. Okay, that's all I got, guys. I hope that you felt a sense of like, yes, because I can feel it. I can literally like feel it coming through my computer, like just with you guys looking at me. So do you have any questions, or does anyone want to add anything, or feel fired up, want to shout out a goal that they're pushing for, or anything like that? Anybody? Sierra?
I, with Mac this morning, decided that I am going to hit diamond by March 30th. One of my goals.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
So what's crazy is, guys, let me just tell you the story. So Sarah's like talking to me, and I'm like, oh my God. Seriously, do you even know how capable you are? Like, you're one of the top leaders on our team, and you're just over here like beating around the bush. Like, that's all that it is, because you're just afraid that if you set a date and you set a goal that you could possibly not achieve it, right? So she's like, I would really like to hit diamond by like this date. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. And then we were like, she's hitting diamond by March 30th. And the excitement that came over her was like so crazy, because she's like, all right, like I'm ready. Like, let's go do this. Like, I'm ready to work. Like, what do I got to do? Let me break this down. Like, how do I make this happen? And that's what's so cool. But like, if you don't have something set and you're not working towards something, then you're just going to stay like stagnant. And you're going to be like, maybe I'll get there. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I hope I do, because it would really mean a lot to me. But you have to put in the actions. Thank you for sharing that, Sierra. That's freaking awesome. And okay, wait, unmute yourself. And like, can you just share, like, I mean, I asked you like what it would feel like, but like, what would it honestly like truly feel like now that you've like set this date and you have this goal? Like, what would it feel like to wake up on March 30th and be able to say, I'm a diamond coach?
Oh my gosh, it gives me butterflies thinking about it. I've had butterflies all day since I said it. I'd probably wake up crying whenever I log onto my account where it says like what your rank is. I'd probably look at it and cry for at least like a half hour, not thinking that it was like real. Like,
exactly, because you did it. You did it. It is an incredible feeling. And like, guys, we do this with our fitness. We set fitness goals. We set, goals like that all the time. I want to finish this program. That's a goal, right? But and we try to help our challengers see that they can do it because they're afraid of that goal. So like, this is the same thing. You set the goal and you break it down. And you plug in that workout every day, or you plug in those business building workouts every day, or business building activities every day. And you work your way to it. You work every day. You set small daily goals. You think with intention every single day. And you wind up waking up and saying, I'm a diamond coach, or I'm retired from my bartending job, or I don't feel like crap about myself. You know, like whatever the case may be, you wake up and you're super freaking proud of yourself. So we'll end it at that. I really want you guys to write down your whys and get serious and send them to me, please, or your upline coach, whoever. But I want to read them. Like, I really want to know, like, for reals, like for reals, like why you're here. Like, I know every single person on this team is so incredibly special. And like, just think about like where we could all be in a year from now, even. It's like just mind boggling to me, but like it starts now. So write this all out, send it to me, and don't feel like you can't like schedule one-on-one calls with me and like talk about these things. And like, I want to give you tough love. I want you guys to want tough love because you grow from that. You have no idea how many times Natalie's had to yell at me. Okay. She never really yelled at me, but like, you see the point. Like, I wanted to grow because I wanted to figure out how to get from here to here and then here to here. So I hope that this was helpful, guys. Thanks for listening. I'm super fired up once again, but that's really all I've got. The only other thing I will add is the importance of Summit. If we are going to be in this business and if we're going to have big goals and if we want to be the leaders that we're striving to be, Summit has to be a part of that. It's not about the parties. It's not about the frou-frou and the cute pics and all the fun stuff that you guys see and the workouts. That's really awesome. But getting there last year and really like before my eyes, I saw the raw like passion behind this company and like what I felt like I represented as a coach. And that was so inspiring. And it helped me move my business forward like crazy. Not to mention you're hearing from top coaches and you're going to like workshops and you're just growing to go help other people grow. So I want nothing more than to see every single face there. But like, I'm telling you, that's how serious it is. Like, that's my tough love. It's no longer like, oh, if you guys can make it, like, it'll be super fun. It's you need to be there. You need to be there. Okay. Wow. Like scary when I'm like that. All right. Val, do you want to say something?
Yes.
Okay.
And I hate talking on here because I get really nervous, but I feel like I need to be leadery since Stevie's here.
Yeah.
But I'm going to set my diamond date for my daughter's birthday, April 17th. So,
oh my God. Wait, let me write that down. Oh my God, I just got tears in my eyes. Okay. April 17th. Got it.
I get so nervous talking on these things.
Don't be. You're gonna be leading your own like someday.
I'm just like, gotta do it.
I know. That's so great. I just took a screenshot of us.
So great. I make the goofiest faces.
Stevie, do you want to say anything? You just the unmute button. Wait, I might be able to unmute. Yeah, I just unmuted you.
I would definitely like to be in a Success Club by the end of March, for sure.
Amen, sister. That's right. That's right. You know what that means, though? Like, to hit Success Club, that means that you've helped 3 people get started on a fitness journey.
Yes.
And that's freaking awesome. That's a great goal.
Yes.
Yay! All right, well, guys, let's all get off here and just keep absolutely crushing it. Thanks for hopping on. I'm really proud of all of you. And we'll talk soon, okay?
Bye.
Bye.